Welcome to Have You Read It, the channel where we bring books to life, one summary at a time. Whether you're here for self-help, personal growth, or business inspiration, there's something for everyone. Today, we're diving into Jim Collins's groundbreaking work, Good to Great: Why Some Companies Make the Leap and Others Don't. This book isn't just a business manual. It's a timeless exploration of what it takes to transform any organization, or even yourself, from good to truly great. So, grab your favorite beverage, settle in, and prepare to uncover the secrets to achieving enduring greatness. Let's kick things off with the central question that fueled Collins's 5-year research odyssey. Can a good company become a great company? And if so, how? Collins and his team weren't satisfied with studying companies that were born great. They wanted to understand the alchemy of transformation, how organizations with long histories of mediocrity could suddenly make the leap to extraordinary sustained performance. Their research uncovered 11 companies that achieved this remarkable feat, companies like Walgreens, Kimberly-Clark, and Nucor. These weren't Silicon Valley darlings, or companies riding a wave of industry trends. They were often in decidedly unglamorous sectors, yet they consistently outperformed the market over a 15-year period. Now, here's where the research gets really interesting. Collins's team didn't just study these good to great companies in isolation. They compared them to a carefully chosen set of comparison companies, organizations in the same industries with similar resources and opportunities that failed to make the leap. This comparative approach is what gives the book its real power. It's not just about what the good to great companies did, it's about what they did differently from their counterparts. Let's start unpacking the key concepts, beginning with a surprising discovery about leadership. Collins and his team identified a unique type of leader they called Level 5. These leaders aren't the charismatic, larger-than-life figures we often associate with corporate success. Instead, they possess a paradoxical blend of personal humility and professional will. Think Abraham Lincoln or Socrates, not Patton or Caesar. They're more plow horse than show horse, channeling their ambition into the company's success, not their own. A key characteristic of Level 5 leaders is their commitment to setting up their successors for even greater success. They're not interested in building empires that crumble after they leave. They want to see the organization thrive for generations to come. In contrast, the comparison companies often had leaders with big egos who were more concerned with their own personal glory than the long-term health of the organization. They often set up their successors for failure, perhaps as a testament to their own perceived greatness. Now, let's talk about the importance of people. The good to great companies didn't start by setting a new vision or strategy. They started by getting the right people on the bus, the wrong people off the bus, and the right people in the right seats. This first who, then what principle is crucial. It's about building a team of highly capable individuals who are self-motivated and share a commitment to excellence. Once you have the right people, the questions of motivation, alignment, and even managing change become much easier. The right people don't need to be tightly managed or constantly inspired. They're driven by an inner desire to be part of something great. The good to great companies were rigorous, not ruthless, in their people decisions. They didn't rely on layoffs or restructuring as a primary strategy. Instead, they focused on making careful hiring decisions and then supporting those individuals to reach their full potential. They followed 3 key disciplines. When in doubt, don't hire, keep looking. When you know you need to make a people change, act. Put your best people on your biggest opportunities, not your biggest problems. Next, let's talk about the importance of facing reality. The good to great companies didn't shy away from the brutal facts of their situation. They confronted them head-on, even when those facts were unpleasant or discouraging. This doesn't mean they were pessimistic. In fact, they maintained an unwavering faith in their ability to prevail, a duality Collins calls the Stockdale Paradox, named after Admiral Jim Stockdale, a prisoner of war in Vietnam. Stockdale emphasized the importance of retaining faith that you will prevail in the end, while simultaneously confronting the most brutal facts of your current reality. To create a climate where the truth is heard, the good to great leaders followed these practices. Lead with questions, not answers. Engage in dialogue and debate, not coercion. Conduct autopsies of failures, without assigning blame. Build red flag mechanisms that turn information into information that cannot be ignored. This brings us to the Hedgehog Concept, a simple crystalline idea that guides all decisions. It's not a goal, strategy, or intention. It's a deep understanding of what your organization can be the best in the world at, what drives your economic engine, and what you are deeply passionate about. These three intersecting circles form the basis of the Hedgehog Concept. Think of it as the intersection of your greatest potential, your economic drivers, and your deepest passions. It's not about what you want to be the best at, it's about what you can be the best at. This requires a level of honest self-assessment that many organizations lack. The comparison companies often chased after fads or diversified into areas where they had no hope of achieving true excellence. They were foxes, knowing many things, while the good to great companies were hedgehogs, knowing one big thing. Now let's talk about discipline. The good to great companies built a culture of discipline, where individuals were self-motivated and held themselves accountable for achieving results. This culture wasn't about a tyrannical disciplinarian, it was about creating a framework of freedom and responsibility. People had the autonomy to make decisions within a clearly defined system. This culture of discipline also extended to the organization's adherence to its hedgehog concept. The good to great companies were fanatical about staying within their three circles, even when faced with seemingly attractive opportunities outside of their core focus. They maintained a stop-doing list, just as important as a to-do list, and they rigorously pruned anything that didn't align with their hedgehog concept. Let's shift gears and talk about technology. Contrary to popular belief, the good to great companies didn't necessarily start their transformations with groundbreaking technology. They used technology as an accelerator of momentum, not a creator of it. The key was to apply technology in a way that directly supported their hedgehog concept. They asked, "Does this technology fit with our hedgehog concept? If yes, then become a pioneer in its application. If no, then achieve parity or ignore it." Finally, let's talk about the overall process of transformation. Collins uses the metaphor of the flywheel to describe the cumulative nature of change. It takes sustained effort, turn by turn, to get the flywheel moving. There's no single defining action, no grand program, no miracle moment. It's a steady accumulation of effort in a consistent direction. The comparison companies, on the other hand, often fell into the doom loop. They'd lurch from one program to another, change direction frequently, make misguided acquisitions, and ultimately fail to build sustained momentum. They'd try to skip the hard work of buildup and jump right to breakthrough. So, how does all of this relate to Collins's earlier work, Built to Last? He now sees Good to Great as a prequel. First, you apply the Good to Great principles to build a company with sustained great results. Then, you apply the Built to Last principles to create an enduring great company with a lasting impact. The key concept from Built to Last is to discover your core ideology, your core values, and purpose beyond just making money. Combine this with the dynamic of preserving the core while stimulating progress. Now let's distill the key takeaways from Good to Great into some easy-to-remember heuristics. Level 5. Leadership, humility, plus will. Ambition for the company, not yourself. Set up successors for success. First, who? Then what? Get the right people on the bus, then figure out where to drive it. Rigorous, not ruthless. Confront the brutal facts. Maintain unwavering faith, plus confront reality. Lead with questions, not answers. Conduct blameless autopsies. Create red flag mechanisms. The Hedgehog Concept, best in the world, plus economic engine, plus passion. Simplicity within the three circles. A culture of discipline, freedom, plus responsibility within a framework. Fanatical adherence to the Hedgehog Concept. Rinse your cottage cheese. Technology accelerators. Technology as an accelerator, not a creator of momentum. Does it fit your Hedgehog Concept? The flywheel. Build-up plus breakthrough. Consistent cumulative effort. Avoid the doom loop. Now, you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but is greatness really necessary? Isn't success enough? Collins argues that it's no harder to build something great than to build something good. And when you find work that aligns with your passions and your potential, the pursuit of greatness becomes not a burden, but a source of meaning and fulfillment. It's about finding the work that makes you feel compelled to try to create greatness. Good to Great isn't just a business book. It's a guide to unlocking potential in any organization, and even in your own life. It's a reminder that greatness isn't a function of circumstance. It's a matter of conscious choice, disciplined effort, and unwavering faith. Thanks for watching. Have you read it? Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss our next book dive.